Hey guys, here's another post from Divorced Dads with Kids. It says, hello, need some strategy. Started about a month ago, still living at home, soon to be ex, and I have a great relationship. She moved on and I have not. I know I can't leave without a parenting plan in place, and I really can't afford a place to move to that I would consider a permanent spot to set up for having kids overnight. And I'm scared that if I don't have the finances in place to make up for the very demanding work schedule, I'll miss my 50-50 in case. Okay, this isn't abnormal, and it's tough. I lived in my house with my ex for 3 years. We were separated. I was downstairs. She was upstairs. She moved on. She moved her significant other in, and they were upstairs. I was downstairs, and you know, in the end, like you said here, your kids prefer things don't change. I think it hurt my kids more in the end that I stayed than me having if I would have left right away. Lawyers will tell you don't leave. Don't leave until the paperwork is signed. You'll be giving up rights to the house in a lot of states. Um, and that's obviously something you don't want in a very demanding work schedule. I travel for a living, so I'm gone a good portion of the year. I mean, I'm only home maybe some months I'm only home for 2 or 3 days, and June, July I might be home all month, but for the most part I'm gone, and it made it hard. I thought to myself, I'll be able to see my kids more if I stay. I get to when I come home late, I get to wake up. They're there. It's great. But then I realized slowly that I'm living by her rules, and essentially, it's like I'm still married with none of the benefits, and actual more frustration. I mean, I'm sitting there watching her hold hands and laughing and giggling with somebody else, and the kids are just looking at me. And finally, when I moved out, I borrowed money. I mean, I did it. I had to borrow money, and I couldn't stay there anymore for my own mental health and my emotional health. Um, and the kids are pissed. My now 11-year old, he had a big problem with it, and he was angry with me for I'd say probably the first 2 years at least. Um, and my now 7-year old still asks, Daddy, when are you going to come home? He understands that we're not divorced, and we keep telling him, Daddy is not going to be with mommy, and mommy's not going to be with daddy. That's just the reality of it all. But they still hold hope, and I think part of that is because I stayed in that house for so long. Um, I didn't wait until the divorce was over. I had to leave for my own benefit, and now I realize it was for their benefit too. The quicker that band aid is pulled off, the quicker that dream of what never will be won't be there any longer. And yeah, it's important to understand, you gotta, I borrowed money from friends. My mom is sick and my dad passed away. So I had nowhere else to go. And I called up some friends and I said, hey, I need to raise X amount of dollars. And one guy was like, well, let's go fund me. I said, well, I don't want to do that. That's a little much. And one guy was like, hey, how much you need? I said, well, I need this much. He goes, all right, I can give you half. Another guy's like, I can give you this and I can give you that. And I told him flat out, I don't know when I'll be able to pay you back. I did finally pay them back. I stuck to a strict regimen, but it's tough. And then you got to find ways to save money to pay them back. And you got to work on that budget. You sit down now, and if you get a legal separation, then that'll start divvying up the money. And once you get that money, you can build a budget. And once you build that budget, you can turn around and really start to figure out what you can and can't. You're not looking for a permanent situation right now. You're not. You're just looking for a place to be safe for you, emotionally, physically, and for the kids. Um, I had a 2 bedroom. I have 2 kids, so I had the master, and I got a set of bunk beds from Goodwill. I mean, it is what it is. Uh, it's worth it. It was worth it for them. Now they're happier. They love being here with me. I'm not leaving the apartment. It's been about 3 years now. I'm still in the apartment. Um, is it where I want to be? Is it my forever place? No, but it is what it is for now. It was what it was then. It is still that now. Um, but they've made friends here, and we've overcame the challenges that they didn't like, and they didn't like sharing a room. Well, that's just the reality of being a daddy's. They didn't like the fact that You can literally walk from one end of the apartment to the other in about 2 seconds. And if you're talking in one room, you can hear it in the others. But that's just life. Um, you're not going to like everything, and they're going to compare it to where they once were. But it is what it is, and we have to move on and survive and do what's right for us, because a healthy us is what's better for them. And they see me as a stronger man now than me sitting at home pining over something that never would have been, or taking the abuse of being yelled at. Well, this needs to be like this and this needs to be like that. Well, no, it doesn't. Well, I now have my rules, and we built them together. And they kind of like that feeling too. That when we got the apartment, I was like, all right, well, what are some of the things you guys want and don't want to happen? What are things you don't like at the house? And they're like, oh, we don't like having just one dinner. We don't have a say in what's for dinner. Okay, well then I'll give you three options. We can try to agree on the three, and sometimes we don't. And I make three different dinners, or I make two different dinners. I make my dinners way early, and I put them in the fridge, and I give them options. They love that. Now they have a say. We have bedtimes. They don't like that, but one son likes to shower in the morning. One likes to shower at night. Well, sure, okay, that's fine. Let's do that. You know, um, he loves the fact that he has a say in it now, and so these are the things you can do to make your house, even if it's not your forever house, a little bit better for you and for your kids. My suggestion would be to get that legal separation, and then get the heck out of there as quick as you can. So, good luck, and remember, we're all here for you. We are all single, but none of us are alone. Okay, we're all in this together. So, good luck.